We're dreaming of reaching our first 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe and be the first to discover new stories every day. Cold Fire, a story of words and walks. The Spark. I'm sprawled on the couch in our cramped living room, scrolling through my phone, the ESPN recap droning on the TV like white noise. Emily's across the room in her beat-up armchair, legs tucked under, her phone glowing like it's her whole damn world. The air's thick with tension, the kind that's been simmering for months, like a pot left too long on the stove. We're not talking, not really, just two strangers sharing a zip code, tiptoeing around a minefield. Then she drops her bomb, her voice slicing through the quiet, sharp but casual, like she's commenting on the score of the game. "Ryan, you're always here, but you're not with me," she says, not looking up, her fingers tapping her screen. "I need a man who actually shows up for me, not just takes up space." She says it with that fake patience she's mastered, her tone dripping with condescension, like I'm some intern who didn't make the cut. I freeze, thumb hovering over an email from my boss about next week's deadlines. The words hit like a jab, but I don't flinch. She's been tossing these grenades for months, testing how much I'll swallow before I snap. I look at her, face lit blue by her phone, lips pursed like she's already won this round. My jaw tightens, but I keep my face calm. "Shows up," I say coldly, without raising my voice, leaning forward with my elbows on my knees. I'm right here. Paid the mortgage last week. Fixed that leaky sink you bitched about for days. Drove you to your sister's when her car broke down. What's this not showing up crap you're talking about?" She rolls her eyes, still glued to her phone. "You want a lot, Ryan." "I want peace," she snaps, her voice rising slightly, her tone flat like she's reading a script she's memorized. I lean back, letting the words hang in the air. Peace. Her favorite word these days. She throws it around like it's my job to deliver it while she sits there judging every move I make. I'm done playing fetch for her approval. "You want peace," I say, my tone dry and sarcastic, eyes locked on her. "Then stop talking like I'm your problem. Because if I go quiet, you won't like what it sounds like." Her head snaps up, eyes narrowing, but she doesn't respond. Her fingers pause on her phone, and I can see the gears turning, like she's trying to figure out how to spin this back on me. I stand, grab my empty plate from the coffee table, crumbs from last night's tacos, and head to the kitchen. "Where you going?" she calls, irritation sharp in her voice, like I'm breaking some unspoken rule by daring to move. "Gonna eat," I say over my shoulder, my tone cold and steady. "You got your piece. Enjoy it." In the kitchen, I toss the plate in the microwave, reheating leftover lasagna from Sunday. The hum of the machine fills the silence as I lean against the counter, staring at the chipped tile by the sink. She wants peace? Fine. I've been carrying this house, bills, repairs, her endless complaints, for years. If she thinks she can poke me and I'll beg for her approval, she's got the wrong guy. I'm not her therapist or her punching bag. The lasagna steams as I pull it out, and I eat standing up, scrolling through work emails, the clink of my fork loud in the empty room. When I'm done, I rinse the plate, grab my laptop, and head to the bedroom. No words, no fight, just action. 10 minutes later, she's in the doorway, arms crossed, her voice sharp enough to cut glass. "You're not taking out the trash?" she snaps, her tone daring me to argue, her eyes flashing with accusation. I don't look up from my laptop, where I'm tweaking a spreadsheet for tomorrow's meeting. "You want peace, Em," I say coldly, without raising my voice. "I'm busy. Trash can wait." She huffs, mutters under her breath, not meeting my eyes, something about me being useless, and storms off, her footsteps heavy on the hardwood. I keep typing, the numbers on my screen more interesting than her tantrum. My head's clear. She's playing games, and I'm not her pawn. If she wants to push, I'll push back. Harder, smarter, and without raising my voice. Round one me. The slow burn. Next day, I'm out the door by 6:30 p.m. No big speech, just a quick, "I'm not home tonight," tossed over my shoulder as I grab my keys. Emily's on the couch, scrolling, doesn't even look up. Her silence is louder than words, like she's punishing me for existing. I don't care. I'm meeting Mike and Jake at Jimmy's Diner downtown, a greasy spot with flickering neon signs and the best fries in town. No soda, just iced tea and burgers. We slide into a booth, the vinyl creaking, and it's like stepping back 10 years. Mike's laughing about his kid's soccer game, How the coach benched his son for excessive enthusiasm after he tried to high-five the ref. Jake's bitching about his boss, some corporate drone who thinks he's Steve Jobs reincarnated. It's easy, no eggshells, no tests. Just guys shooting the shit. My phone buzzes around 10:30. Emily, where are you? I glance at it, set it face down on the table. Another buzz. Really, Ryan? This is how you're gonna be? I ignore it. Mike catches my eye, smirks. Trouble in paradise? Nah. I say, my tone dry and sarcastic, popping a fry in my mouth. Just her thinking I'm on a leash. Jake laughs, shaking his head. You're colder than this iced tea, man. I shrug, grinning. She wants space, she gets it. I'm not her dog. Mike leans forward, his voice lower, more serious. Look, Ryan, I've seen you too at these things. She's always got you on edge, like you're auditioning for something. That ain't right. His tone steady, no judgment, just facts, his eyes steady on mine. I nod, sipping my tea. Mike's been married 10 years, got 2 kids, a mortgage, the whole deal. He's not one to lecture, but when he talks, it lands. Yeah, I say, my tone light but firm. I'm figuring that out. His words hit home, not because they're new, but because they're true. Emily's been running a one-woman show, and I'm tired of being her stagehand. I'm not here to beg for her approval or jump through her hoops. I roll in past midnight. The house is dark. Emily's either asleep or faking it. I crash in the guest room, the bed creaking under me. My phone's got 3 more texts from her, all variations of where are you and you're being a jerk. I don't open them. She's not my boss, and I'm not explaining myself to someone who thinks I owe her a performance. Morning comes, and I'm up early, out the door before she's awake. I hit a cafe on Main Street, a cozy spot with mismatched chairs and a chalkboard menu. I order a bacon egg sandwich and a black coffee, settle by the window, and watch the city wake up. People hustle past, suits heading to offices, moms pushing strollers, a guy walking his dog. No silent glares across the table, no passive-aggressive sighs over toast. Just me, my food, and the hum of life outside. It's the best damn breakfast I've had in months. I linger, reading some article about the Pats' new draft picks, letting the morning stretch. For the first time in a while, I feel like I'm breathing. My head's clear. If Emily wants to play games, she can play alone. Back home that evening, I keep it minimal. Laptop open, emails answered, the TV on low with some documentary about deep-sea fishing. Emily's in the kitchen, banging pots like she's auditioning for a drumline. I don't bite. She wants attention, she can earn it. Eventually, she storms into the study, her ratty bathrobe tied loose, hair a mess like she's been tugging at it. You're ignoring me on purpose, she snaps, her voice rising, hands planted on her hips, her eyes flashing with accusation. What's your problem, Ryan? You can't even look at me. I glance up, hold her gaze for a beat, then stand, closing my laptop. Gonna shower, I say coldly, without raising my voice, brushing past her. You got something real to say, I'm listening. Otherwise, I'm busy. She scoffs, her voice louder now. Busy? You're always busy. You think that excuses you from being a husband. Her tone's sharp, almost shrill, like she's trying to bait me into a fight. I pause in the doorway, turn halfway, my tone dry and sarcastic. Husband? I've been your landlord, your mechanic, your bank. You want a husband? Start acting like a wife. I don't wait for her reply. Just head to the bathroom and shut the door. She's still standing there, fuming, muttering under her breath, not meeting my eyes, when the lock clicks. Let her stew. I'm done playing fetch. Under the hot water, my head's clear. She's been pulling this crap for months, poking, prodding, waiting for me to grovel. Thinks she can dangle peace, like a carrot, and I'll jump. Nah, I'm done chasing. If she wants to talk, she can bring something real. Until then, I'm a ghost in my own house. I scrub the day off, the steam clearing my thoughts. I'm not angry, just done. There's a difference, and she's about to learn it. The escalation. A couple days later, I'm at work, grinding through a report for a client, when Courtney from logistics swings by my desk. She's got this easy vibe, no agenda, just dropping off some shipping manifests. We chat, nothing heavy, just work stuff. A few laughs about the office's new eco-friendly coffee machine that tastes like regret. She's different from Emily. No tests, no hidden meanings. Just a person who talks like a person. Hey, you hitting the deli for lunch? She asks, leaning against my cubicle wall, her smile casual, her brown hair tucked behind one ear, her tone light and friendly. Yeah, why not? I say, shutting down my computer. You in? We grab sandwiches at the deli across the street, a small place with checkered floors and a jukebox that's been broken since forever. Sitting across from her, I ask her straight up, no bullshit. Courtney, you like it when a guy's just there? No drama, no games, just real? I say, my tone light but direct, watching her reaction. She tilts her head, chewing her turkey club, then says, yeah, Ryan. That's normal, right? Her voice is light, her brown eyes steady, her tone matter of fact, like it's the most obvious thing in the world. I nod, take a bite of my roast beef sandwich. That's it. No lecture, no analysis. Just a woman who doesn't make you feel like you're auditioning for a role you didn't sign up for. It's like a switch flips in my head. I don't need Emily's approval to be a man. Never did. Courtney's words stick with me, not because they're profound, but because they're simple, normal, something Emily forgot how to be. I'm not chasing her validation anymore. I'm done running her obstacle course. Back home, Emily's ready to crank it up. I walk in, and she's on the couch, TV blaring some reality show about housewives screaming at each other. She doesn't look at me, just says, "You're different, Ryan." Cold. I don't feel supported. Her voice is heavy with that fake hurt she's perfected, her tone low and accusing, her eyes still on her phone. I set my keys on the counter, slow, deliberate, and turn to face her. Supported? I say coldly, without raising my voice, leaning against the counter. You got a roof over your head, groceries in the fridge, your car insurance paid. I'm pulling 60-hour weeks to keep this place running. What's this support you're missing? She snaps her head up, eyes flashing. You know what I mean, Ryan. You're not here. You're not trying. I need more than a paycheck, she says, her voice rising, sharp with frustration, her hands gripping her phone like a lifeline. I laugh, short and dry, crossing my arms. Trying? I've been trying for years, working overtime, fixing your leaks, listening to you complain about your boss, your friends, your nails. You want a cheerleader, not a husband. I'm not auditioning for your approval anymore. I say, my tone dry and sarcastic. Her mouth tightens, but she doesn't fire back. I grab a soda from the fridge and head to the study. She calls after me, "You're impossible." Her voice cracks, like she's losing her grip, her tone desperate. I don't answer. She's fishing for a fight. I'm not biting. The next week, it gets uglier. We're at a barbecue at Mike's place. Emily insisted on coming, said it'd be good for us. His backyard's packed with folding tables, coolers, and the smell of grilled burgers. Emily's in rare form, laughing too loud, touching my arm like we're some perfect couple from a sitcom. Then, in front of everyone, Mike, Jake, Courtney, half the logistics team, she drops her bomb. Ryan's been so distant lately, she says. Her voice all fake sadness, her tone dripping with pity, her eyes daring me to react. Guess I'm just not exciting enough for him. The table goes quiet. Mike raises an eyebrow. Jake smirks into his soda. I lean back, sip my drink, and say, "Nah, you're plenty exciting. You want to act like a comedian in front of my friends? Here's the punchline. You're the only one laughing." I say it lightly, but my tone's sharp, sarcastic, cutting through her act like a knife. Her face flushes, and she tries to laugh it off, but it's forced, shaky. "Oh, come on, Ryan, don't be like that," she says, her voice too high, her smile brittle, her eyes flickering nervously. I shrug, keeping my eyes on her. Like what, Honest? You want to air our laundry, I'm game. But don't expect me to clap for the performance, I say coldly, without raising my voice. The table shifts, people looking away, starting side conversations. Courtney, sitting across from me, gives me a small nod, her eyes saying she gets it. Mike jumps in, steering the talk to the Pats' new quarterback, and the moment passes. Emily spends the rest of the night sulking, picking at her food, but I'm done playing her game. I talk to Jake about his new bike, laugh with Mike's wife about their kid's latest meltdown. Emily's there, but she's fading. I'm already somewhere else. Monday rolls around, and she's back at it. I'm in the kitchen, making coffee, when she storms in, her voice loud, irritated. "You embarrassed me at the barbecue, Ryan. You made me look like an idiot in front of your friends," she snaps, her tone sharp and accusing, her hands clenched into fists. I pour my coffee, slow, not turning around. You did that yourself, Em. I say coldly, without raising my voice. You want to throw shade in public? Don't cry when it boomerangs. She slams a mug on the counter, the sound sharp. You're such a jerk. You don't even care how I feel, she says, her voice rising, frustration spilling over, her eyes flashing with anger. I turn, meet her eyes, my tone dry and sarcastic. You want to talk feelings? Let's talk. I feel like I'm living with a roommate who thinks I owe her a standing ovation every day. You want to play victim? Fine. But don't expect me to play along. She stares, mouth open, then spins and storms out, muttering under her breath, not meeting my eyes. Something about me being heartless. I sip my coffee, the bitterness matching my mood. I'm not chasing her. Not anymore. A few days later, the drama escalates in a new way. I'm at the cafe on Main, same spot I hit for breakfast, halfway through a coffee and a bagel, when Sarah, Emily's best friend, storms in. She spots me, her face tightening, and marches over, her voice loud and accusatory. Ryan, you're killing her, she snaps, cutting me off mid-bite, her tone sharp with judgment, her hands gesturing wildly. Em's a wreck because of you. You're shutting her out, acting like she doesn't exist. What kind of man does that to his wife? I set my coffee down, lean back, and look at her, my tone cold and steady. Sarah, you don't get to judge a man you never listened to. You think you know what's going on? You know Em's side, her script. You ever ask what it's like carrying her rent, her car, her tantrums for years while she treats me like hired help? Step off. I say it calmly, but my tone's sharp, cutting through her righteous act. Her eyes widen, her voice faltering. That's not fair, Ryan. She's trying to connect with you, she says, her tone softer but still defensive, her hands dropping to her sides. I laugh, short and sharp. Connect? Sarah, she's been running a one-woman show, and I'm done being her stagehand. You want to help her? Tell her to start respecting the guy who's been holding her life together. I say, my tone dry and sarcastic, my eyes locked on hers. Sarah opens her mouth, closes it, then mutters under her breath, not meeting my eyes. You're unbelievable. She turns and leaves, her steps quick, like she's escaping. The other customers glance over, then look away. I sip my coffee, unfazed. She's Emily's cheerleader, not mine. I'm done with the whole circus. My head's clear. Sarah's just another voice in Emily's echo chamber. And I'm not here to entertain either of them. The breaking point. It's a Tuesday, 2 weeks later, when it all blows up. I'm in the living room, grabbing my keys from the side table, ready to head out for a run. The house is quiet, just the hum of the fridge and the distant buzz of Emily's phone. She's on the couch, scrolling, but she looks up, and her voice is different, calm, cold, like she's been rehearsing this one for days. You're like a ghost, Ryan, she says, her eyes narrowed, her tone venomous, each word slow and deliberate. No heart, no brain, just a shell. Who even puts up with you outside this house? She says it with a smug smile, her tone dripping with condescension, like she's finally landed a knockout. I freeze, keys in hand. The air's heavy, like it's waiting for me to swing. She's gone too far, and she knows it. Her face is smug, like she's won the whole damn game. I set the keys down, slow, deliberate, and sit on the arm of the chair across from her. My voice is low, controlled, each word like a bullet. Em, I say coldly, without raising my voice, leaning forward, my eyes locked on hers. You're not a ghost. You're a black hole, sucking up everything, my time, my effort, my patience, and giving nothing back but complaints. You think you can talk like that and still get a warm bed, a full fridge, and a guy who'll eat your shit with a smile? Wrong guy. Her eyes widen, but I'm not done. I keep my voice steady, letting each word hit home. I'm not your fanboy, not your ATM, not your punching bag. I'm your husband. Was. But you just burned that bridge to ash. You want to talk about who puts up with me? Mike, Jake, Courtney, they don't need to put up with me. They respect me. You should try it sometime. I say, my tone dry and sarcastic, my eyes never leaving hers. She stands, her voice shaking but still trying to claw back control. You're failing my test, Ryan. You're not man enough to handle me. She snaps, her tone rising, sharp with defiance, her hands clenched into fists. I laugh, genuine, loud enough to startle her. Test, I say, standing to meet her gaze, my tone dripping with sarcasm. What is this, a reality show? You don't get to grade me, Em. I've been carrying you for years. Your rent, your clothes, your little tantrums. You want a man? Look in the mirror and ask why you're pushing away the one you've got. Her mouth opens, closes, her eyes darting like she's scrambling for a comeback. There's nothing. I grab my keys, my jacket, and head for the door. Pack your stuff, I say coldly, without raising my voice, not turning around. I'm staying at Mike's tonight. Tomorrow, I'm filing. You wanted to live in your head. Live there. Alone. She starts to speak, her voice cracking. Ryan, wait, I didn't mean, but I'm already out the door. The click of the lock cuts her off. Final. The aftermath. 3 months later, I'm in a new place, a one-bedroom apartment downtown, all clean lines and no baggage. The walls are bare, but I've got a new couch, a decent TV, and a coffee maker that doesn't suck. My routine's simple. Work, gym, nights with the guys, or just me and a podcast. No drama, no tests. Just quiet that feels like freedom. I'm sleeping better, eating better, even started running again. My head's clear, my days are mine. I'm not looking over my shoulder, waiting for the next jab. I've got my life back, and it's better without her shadow. Emily's gone. She tried texting a few times, left voicemails about working things out. I didn't answer. What's there to say? She wanted a game. I gave her consequences. Last I heard, she's crashing with her sister, telling anyone who'll listen that I changed. Not my problem anymore. I'm not her resource or her ghost. I'm Ryan, and I'm enough. One Saturday, I'm at the cafe on Main, same spot I hit after that first night out. I'm halfway through a coffee, reading some article on my phone about the Pats' new draft picks, when Emily walks in. She freezes when she sees me, then squares her shoulders and walks over, her steps hesitant. Her hair's pulled back, her face tired, like she hasn't slept in weeks. Her voice is soft, almost fragile. Ryan, can we talk? She says. Her tone pleading, her eyes flickering with uncertainty. I set my cup down, lean back, and look at her. She's got that same nervous energy, like she's waiting for me to fix something. Talk. I say coldly, without raising my voice, giving her nothing. She fidgets, twisting a ring on her finger. I messed up, she says, her voice trembling, not meeting my eyes. I didn't mean to push you away. I thought you'd fight for us, you know? I was just frustrated. I nod, slow, letting her words sit. Fight for what, Em? I say, my tone dry and sarcastic. A one-way street? I fought for years, paid the bills, fixed the house, took your crap with a smile. You didn't notice because you were too busy keeping score. You had a husband, Em. You treated him like an intern. You don't get a second interview. Her face crumples, her voice shaking. I know I was hard on you. I thought you'd try harder. I didn't realize what I had, she says, her tone breaking, almost desperate, her eyes welling up. I stand, picking up my coffee, my voice steady and cold. You had a husband, Em. You wanted a servant. I'm good now. No hard feelings, just no reason to go back. I say it with a slight smirk, my tone dripping with irony, letting her feel the weight of her own choices. She doesn't follow me out. I step into the sunlight, the city buzzing around me, and it's like the weight's gone.